Even in deception, Christians stick to the guns. Now, we have come to Ephesians 2, verse 8 and 9 many times. And we're going to continue to come here because you got to keep it fresh. Now, these Christians, these middle-aged Caucasian Christian men are teaching their women and their children that salvation is without works. Guys, we don't have to do works for salvation. And they base it off these two verses, the book of Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. Not of works, lest any man should boast. So they take these two verses here and twist it to make their people believe that you don't have to do works for salvation, keeping their people in sin along with ours. Now we're going to read these verses again. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. So it is the gift of God that you're saved through his grace and not of works. I'm going to show you that they twist these two verses. The book of Ecclesiastes, pay attention. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. See, it's what you don't read. That's why Solomon says this. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. The duty of man, the reason why he was created, was to keep the commandments. God created man to keep the law. Book, chapter, and verse. But let's move on down. For God shall bring every work into judgment. Every work. Look what he's bringing into judgment. Every work. Let's get an example. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 11 and verse 9. God says, Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. That's what it's saying. Walk in the ways of what you want to walk in, and in the sight of thine eyes, what you see. But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment. You're going to be judged for what you do. And this is what the Christians want to avoid. They're trying to keep their members from understanding judgment by teaching a quasi-modo grace and salvation. When the things you do, you're going to get judged for right here. So when we go back to Ecclesiastes 12:14, for God shall bring every work into judgment, every work, what you did, what you didn't do, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See, good and evil are actions. Good and evil are actions. And I want to take a look at good first. The book of Deuteronomy. I want to go to the source, Deuteronomy 6. Yes, sir. Verse 17 and 18. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his testimonies, and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord. Hold on. To keep the commandments is good in the sight of the Lord. When you keep God's law, you're doing that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord. So keeping the commandments is doing good, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which thy fathers swore, which the Lord swore unto thy fathers. So to keep the law is to do good. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 21. Simple as it gets. Proverbs 13:21. Evil pursueth sinners. You know why? Because sinners will always be in evil. That's why it's written, evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. So understanding this carefully, right? The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8. I'm just going to read the top of verse 12. I want y'all to be serious with this here. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, this is who's doing the evil. Sinners. So law keeping is tied to good. Sinner is tied to evil. So when we go back to Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 14, for God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good of the law, those that kept the law, or whether it be evil, those that sin. Let me show you that the work is going to bring salvation. The book of John. Watch it. We know you Christians. See, it's about what you don't read. The book of John, chapter 5, verse 28. Watch Christ. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that have done works, good, they that have done good, or works, unto the resurrection of life, salvation. So if they have done good, which is works, they're saved. The resurrection of life is salvation. One verse knocks the whole house of cards down. And shall come forth, they that have done good, which is good works, done good, or works, unto the resurrection of life, salvation, eternal life. And they that have done evil, sin, unto the resurrection of damnation, to the lake of fire. So good works or works give you salvation. There it is right here, Christians. They can't deny it. If you've done good unto the resurrection of life, what is the good you done? See, that's why in Matthew, that's why in the book of Matthew chapter 19, watch this. Matthew chapter 19, just to get it, because they always like to say, oh, the Old Testament, they're in the Old Testament. Watch this. Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? What good thing? What good thing? Let's see if the good thing is still in keeping the law. Remember Deuteronomy 6:18, 17 and 18? To keep the law was good in the sight of the Lord. Let's see what good thing this man was to do to be saved, which is eternal life. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. So the good thing to do was to keep the law, like in the Old Testament. Salvation comes through works. Revelation. They keep on quoting those 2 or 3 little verses and just putting their hearts in it. But come on now. Revelation. Chapter 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Look at this now. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Now, his reward, who is his reward for? The book of Proverbs. And we're come back here. Proverbs 13. Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. So the commandment keepers are going to be rewarded. The commandment keepers. Do you see that? The commandment keep. That's why in the book of Revelation 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. For who? The commandment keepers. To give every man according as his work shall be. So salvation is going to come through works. Many ways to destroy and flip back those Christian doctrines. Many ways.